In this video, we're going to explore how you can use what's known as the mirror. This is a law of attraction principle that once you understand, you can stay in the faith more frequently and consistently, and therefore you can manifest your desires. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tom and I make videos that help you empower your higher self and manifest your dream life. If you'd like to win 60 minutes of one-on-one coaching with me, comment below "it is done." Winners are announced every week. Let me tell you a little story that happened to me personally that explains what the mirror principle is. So basically, I've been reprogramming my subconscious mind with ideas about my channel, about my career, about my life at large, and where I want to take it in the future, my dream life kind of thing. And that's going really well. But then every now and then, you eventually hit a block. Now, not always. Sometimes you can just manifest what you want straight away in a seamless and effortless sense, especially the more advanced you get. But in other times, there are blocks that come up. And this block was really deep for me, and it was about over 2 and a bit weeks ago. And I woke up one day and it was just there, and I could feel it kind of sitting beneath the surface of my consciousness. But I wanted to resist it because it was a core block. Now I'm going to talk more about how you actually relieve these, but sometimes you're just not ready to look at them. And I knew this was something about fears of being judged or criticized, fears of worth and failure, core issues that I've dealt with all my life. And these issues come up as you're making really good progress because more of your subconscious mind and its contents are coming up to leave your system for good. So I knew it was a good sign, but at the same time, I just didn't have the strength to face it straight away. And so there was a period of literally a week where I just felt really misaligned, really off, sometimes quite negative. Except I didn't completely give up or let it get to me. I just felt really off, vibrationally speaking, in my being, and misaligned in my frequency of my consciousness. I definitely wasn't living in the end merged with my dream reality and with my desire. And so that lasted a week, and then eventually I did some inner work. I applied some techniques and I experienced this amazing release. It was an amazing release. And then the following 3, 4, 5 days this week, I've been in a new sense of alignment I've never experienced before in my life. Just sheer pure joy. Just sitting wherever I am. For example, I had to take a train to go to my siblings' house and visit them. And just on the train, just sheer bliss. Just being myself and just knowing what I know about the world, about how life works, about how reality works, and about how my dream is right here and now. My dream life is right here and now, and I am whole and complete right here and now. It was beautiful. But the weirdest thing was, after 4 or 5 days of being really connected, and certainly not blissed out the whole time, but just back on track, I noticed my channel was not getting the views and subscribers. And overall, there was just some weird kind of lack of response to my videos. And when I was filming new videos, the mic kept breaking. It kept having this awful feedback noise. And I had to spend 2 or 3 hours on each video trying to reduce it, trying to get my voice to sound somewhat normal and smooth and clear and professional without it distorting into some kind of alien kind of sounding voice. And just all these things kept coming up. And then eventually it hit me yesterday that I don't know what's going on, and I'm feeling quite down by what's happening. But this is where the mirror principle comes into play. Because reality has a gestation period when it brings your desires to life. And this is why living in the end is so important. Because when things are good, and you're feeling good, and you're observing good things, it's not because of your current thoughts or your current imaginal acts right here and now. It's specifically those that you've done in the past that are now echoing into this present moment. And this is this diagram right here. As you're feeling positive, it's because the echo is coming into your circumstances, and you are sending out a new frequency of consciousness, and then you'll see that that is going to echo down in this present moment. If we look at this scale of days, say 3 days later, your positive emotions, feelings, etc. echo into the future. So you're feeling good one day and you're thinking, I'm doing this law of attraction thing so well, I'm manifesting, I'm making progress. And then you wake up the next day, and what do we have? Feedback from a negative state you were in, a negative frequency of consciousness state you broadcast from several days prior. And maybe this last 3 days, and it keeps coming in, and you have three negative days, and you're dealing with negativity and emotions and weird, chaotic, and bad situations in your external life, and you're trying to make sense of it. And then all of a sudden, a day passes, and 3 days ago when you were initially positive, you come back, and now that's echoing back down into the present moment. And you're looking around and things are going well again. And you're going, yes, this is amazing, this is amazing. But little do you know, the following day, the 3 days you were negative before, now that echo is coming in, and so on and so on and so on. There's always a lag time between the consciousness that you're projecting to a degree. Sometimes you can just instantly manifest something, and that's awesome too. But generally speaking, we're talking about themes in your life. There tends to be a lag time. And so if things are happening good in your life right now, or bad right now, it's not because you're doing anything wrong right now. You are doing everything correctly if you are still living in the end, regardless of your circumstances. That's where the true momentum is built. And really, you don't have a choice, really, because our emotions fluctuate like this as humans. All throughout the day, we're very much trying to control our sense of faith and our mind, and we can do an amazing job to really get this at a consistent, faith-based rate and sense within us. But we have to live within and dismiss the sensory evidence and not micromanage all these situations and all these emotions and all these little things. We just have to let it go and live with faith, this core bedrock of faith and knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly for us. And then we can just let go of all the little moments and just adjust and realign to that inner state. So that's what it means when you are connecting to your desire, you're living in your dream reality. That's one way to live in the end. And the second is to know you are the source consciousness, to know that there is a God within you, to know that the quantum field manifests physical forms based on the frequency of your consciousness. However that resonates with you, that's another way to feel in the faith and say everything is absolutely fine and I'm completely looked after. And then following that, there's a quote in Reality Transurfing that says, when you go with the flow, the world meets you halfway. So in this case, say you've been positive for as long as you can remember. Say you've been positive for the last 2 months consistently, in this hypothetical example. Something negative may still happen to you from your ego mind, from your limited linear perspective. But really your higher self knows that this is not negative, that this is the perfect catalyst to propel you up even further in your inner self-image, in your inner consciousness. And it just seems negative, but actually it's the most positive thing. So even when negative things happen and you can't even pinpoint when you were negative, why this would be happening, is this an echo? Is this momentum really building for me or not? Sometimes what you perceive as negative is actually the most positive, growth-oriented and aligning force possible. And so you have to assume that everything's working out with me and go with the flow. And when you assume that way, your interpretations become self-fulfilling prophecies. And so as you go with the flow and surrender to whatever experience is being shown to you, even if it's a negative, challenging one, if you go with the flow and look within and find the benefit as quickly as possible, you get the benefit and you get the lesson and the wisdom and the alignment that your higher self is trying to give you through this challenging experience. But notice right here, if this is your higher self, which is an ever-present vantage point in a higher dimensional reality, a fourth dimensional perspective, so to speak. This is what Neville Goddard talks about in his books. And this is your linear ego mind. The linear ego mind thinks, this is my desire, I'm at A, I want to get to B, let's go straight there. And it tries to map out the direct plan and work out how it's going to happen. And it sees all these peaks and troughs along the journey as positive, and then when down, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. But your higher self has a different way of looking at life. It can see, oh, my limited self in this physical life needs to experience this thing and this thing and this thing, and have a contrast and variety of experiences. And when my limited self does so, they will align and arrive at my goal with all these twists and turns. But they're all positive, 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 because they all expand who you are and align you more truly with your true self, with the essence within you, the eternal essence within you, with the source consciousness you are. And you expand with love and joy and goodness and consciousness. And that's the purpose of life. So your higher self sees all of these challenges, all these ups and downs, as a perfect thing for you. And it's all carrying you from point A to point B in the most seamless way, even though you, in this physical universe, and myself, can't always understand that and have to be patient with it to finally understand how that was perfectly unfolding. So how can you re-ground yourself and realign yourself when you're particularly feeling quite off and there's an echo coming in from the past, and you know that this is the mirror principle, but you just can't seem to shake off those negative circumstances, and you're even annoyed at yourself for creating them in the past, even though it was some time in the past ago. You're reacting to them, and you know you're creating new negativity to bounce into a future moment, and you're trying to stop that. I rubbed it off here, but the first one is inspiration. Connect to an inspiring story, an inspiring figure, an inspiring piece of text in the law of attraction or spiritual context and domains. That always lights you up with that sense of things are working out, the possible really is possible for you. Number 2 is to pause and slow down and to take some time to breathe, disconnect from life if you can and your challenges, and go general in your thinking, go general in what you're doing, and maybe even meditate. I talk about this in How to Have Faith When Your Desire Is Not Manifesting, if you want to check out more tips on how to do this process. And then journal or cry. This is about expressing emotions, because the faster you admit that you are in a negative emotional state, the more empowered action you can take over it, and that is usually just to get it out of your system. And I'm a fan of crying. I don't think it's an emasculine thing at all to do, especially if you're a guy. But guy or girl, just cry. It's a beautiful process. It's very cathartic, and it purges emotions away. So sometimes I just cry even though I'm thinking you're fine, but I'm crying anyway. It's very weird, but it works. So I don't do that all the time. Careful. But anyway, the next and final point is connect within to your higher self. This kind of relates to the meditation point, but it's to really turn within and just go straight directly into your heart, directly into the core of who you deep down know yourself to be. And that's an eternal, high dimensional being. The source consciousness, the God that you are, the creator. And that tends to infuse you with this sense of faith and knowing that's beyond this physical realm, this physical universe. And that's coming from someone that used to be a hard-bent atheist and rational, scientifically minded person. But when you have a spiritual awakening, or when you are connected to your spiritual self in some degree, this will resonate with you. Turn within and find that inner power within you. And that should put you back on track as quickly as possible. And then it's just about learning how to calibrate over time. You will get better and better at this, and you will become less reactive and more grounded in your inner knowing. And then you basically master the mirror principle, because no matter what's bouncing in from the past, from your past emissions to the quantum field, to the source consciousness, and whatever's being delivered to you, you don't react to it. You live in the end and that is your truth. If you like this video, please like it, please comment, and subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for more videos on how to manifest your dream life.